Good morning, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishvendra, and today the topic of discussion is the quantum entanglement. So, before I shall begin talking on the technicalities of the topic, make sure that you are free for at least 10 minutes so that you can go through the things in a single video, in a single snapshot. Sit in a comfortable position and relax your nerves. Be free to think, because if you are not able to think freely, then this video will be of no use to you. Just leave your senses freely and let's start talking about the technicalities. So today I'll be discussing on the 3 points regarding quantum entanglement. The first is spooky action as proposed by Sir Albert Einstein when he was explaining his theory of relativity and when certain things came to his mind. Then second is its relation with the human mind. And third is the practical implementation of quantum entanglement. So let's begin with the first thing, which is the spooky action. So as per the general theory of relativity, as Sir Albert Einstein proposed, the speed limit of the entire universe is the speed of light. And no information can travel faster than the speed of light. But the concept of quantum entanglement is that, as you can see in the figure itself, there are two particles which are separated by a substantial distance. Maybe thousands of light years they are separated. So quantum entanglement says that if two particles are entangled, then affecting one particle will ultimately affect the other particle, and doesn't matter what is the distance of separation between them. For example, if one particle is moving clockwise and other is moving anti-clockwise, then if by certain mechanism you change the orientation or the spin of the first particle, or in a way you try to disturb one particle, then it will be communicated to the second particle instantly. And with a speed which is much higher than the speed of light, which you can't even imagine. Because infinite speed is not theoretically possible, because as per the theory of relativity, the moving mass of a body is given by m0 by root under 1 minus v by c whole square, as per the postulates of theory of relativity. So if we make v is equal to c, we will get m tends to infinity. It tends to a situation in which the particle which is moving with the speed of light will have infinite mass or will have infinite energy, which corresponds to the situation just before the Big Bang. As before the Big Bang, everything was limited to singularity, so all the mass or equivalent energy was focused on a single point. But these are the theoretical limitations to that. But three scientists, one was Ellen Aspect, another was John Clauser, and third was Anton Zeilinger. They got Nobel Prize for proposing that and proving experimentally that quantum entanglement is real and has a physical significance, not just a fictitious event. So it explores the fundamental aspect of life for us, that life is always full of secrets, and whatever we know about life, whatever we propose to know, is nothing as compared to what exists. In life, there exist things which are beyond every belief system, every information, every theory, every intelligent man, every scientist. The rigid rules of life are infinite, and nobody is allowed to say that he knows everything. Nobody knows that how things are working. You can just observe certain patterns out of the infinite possibilities. On the basis of decoding those patterns, you can make empirical formulas, theories, rules. But these rules, theories are just the impact of a certain event happening in the universe. Such infinite events are taking place. So the proof of quantum entanglement points to the fact that we don't know anything about how universe works. We are in the process of knowing and using hit and trial methods. Any theory, any science, any framework is just the process of knowing the absolute truth. Until now, we don't know how things are actually working. But I have a very different perception regarding this viewpoint. Just imagine your mind, and just imagine something in your life, some place in your life. So are you imagining that place, or just accessing the memory concerned with that place, or your mind has really access to that point in the space-time curve? I mean to say, is the mind just an imagination, or does it have some real existence? There has been experiments in the past where this technique, or this is called telepathy, basically in terms of cognitive processes or in terms of psychology, where you can talk to any person separated by any distance in space only by thoughts. And that thing, that interaction takes place at a speed greater than that of the light itself. So if we observe human mind, it can certainly travel at a speed greater than that of light. You can understand that by a thought experiment. Now, there is a question that if a human body can have mind, is it possible for any particle to have mind? And this fact has also been established by the dual nature of matter and radiations, that any piece of matter has a certain wave associated with it.